What's happening?
Yo, what's up, man?
Appreciate you taking the time to talk with me. This is the Making Plays Convo, and we just gonna be talking about all the incredible plays that you've been making throughout your career and how you
Okay.
made them. But I always like to ask, how are you and your people doing?
All right. First off, I want to say this. I see more people are joining in. Thank y'all for tuning in and me and my boy, Poster Child. I appreciate you for having me. I also want to touch on the fact that I am outside the studio right now, so don't
Okay.
mind my wax setup. Tay, what's up? I got some big fans in here. What's up, y'all? Uh, and yes, I wanted to touch on that and just disclaimer on my location. But
You good, bro?
but
You
yeah, you
good?
got in ears in, bro.
You said I got what?
You got in? Are those in ears?
These are the Raycons,
You're official. Oh, you got the Ray J joints.
the Ray
Word.
J joints. Yes,
Yes, sir. That's what's
his
up.
team sent them to me. They actually fit and work very well, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
hard.
mad at them at all.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. But how are you and your people doing during these times, bro?
Man, we've been good, bro. Honestly, it's just been a lot more work on behalf of me and my team. Having to like kind of re-gear and figure out new ways to be productive, and gathering content. I've been working on my project, Black Sheep. If you follow me on this platform, which most likely do if you're watching us, you've been seeing me promote the Love Challenge. That's my last single. So we've been doing
Yeah.
the Spread Love Challenge and been going crazy with that, but also been working on my project, finishing that stuff up. We're really close. We're just in the mixing processes. So, uh, yeah, man, just really kind of staying more consistent. My fans, shout out to y'all. Uh, they will go off on me. I have a really interesting relationship with them, and they'll cuss me out like, "Boy, you ain't been posting." Da, da, da. So, you know, I've been trying to stay more consistent and be more active on social media, which is like it's a hard thing for me,
Yeah.
but it's definitely worth it, and I love the reaction that I'm getting from them as well. So
I mean, you've been working and you're super talented. You play damn
thank
near what, like 5 or 6 instruments now?
37.
Singer.
I'm just playing. Nah, man. No, I play a couple different instruments, and honestly, like I hate even like naming off of the like instruments I play because I
Yeah.
I want to be at a point where like I can just play anything. So I
Mm,
if I don't play it's because I haven't been around it long enough. You get what I'm saying? Like everything that I
mm.
have been exposed to though, I could play to some degree. You know what I mean? Even if I'm not the best on it.
So, which instrument do you feel the most comfortable with? Because you started out with drums, right?
Mm. Yeah, that's a good question. Um, I'm gonna say I feel the most comfortable with drums. I'm not the
Okay.
best. I'm not gonna say that's what I'm best at,
So,
but
what are
that's what
you
I feel
best
most
at then?
comfortable. Probably, I feel like I'm progressing the fastest on guitar
Okay. Okay. Any
because I've
particular
been doing a
reason?
lot of producing lately, and most of it starts with guitar. So um,
Mm.
I'm gonna say just because of the amount of work that I've been doing with round guitar, I feel like it's just caused me to kind of grow pretty fast. Shout out! I just want to acknowledge some people. What's up, y'all? I love you, love you, love you.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah, yes
So,
sir.
but you started like at the tender age of 3 years old. So you've been pretty much doing this all your life. Who were some of your influences growing up?
Uh, Michael Jackson,
Of
Stevie
course.
Wonder,
Yeah.
um, D'Angelo, but then like Boys to Men, New Edition, um, James Brown, people that I feel like when I was younger, it was mostly people that dancing, because
Okay, I got
uh,
you.
now like I still dance, but that's not the centerpiece of my artistry anymore. At one point, I feel like I was big into dancing and singing. Now it's more
Right.
about expressing myself as a musician and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so I think I gravitated more towards like Chris Brown, Usher. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
People like that because it was like, yo, they dance, they put on these shows. Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber, those are all people that have a hand in like the artist that I wanted to be for so long. Or even getting me to the point where I even you know was trying to figure out what I wanted to say and how I wanted to be perceived as an artist. And even though I got to the point of not really wanting to be like any of them, so to speak,
Right.
I owe it to them for me to even get to the place that I'm at right now to be like, dang, I don't want to dance anymore, but at least I had them to inspire me to think that for a second,
So when was the point that you kind of found yourself? You found your style. your sound, your flow, and the things that kind of works for you?
Probably like September of 2025 or something, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm still figuring that out. I feel like as an artist, that's a constant thing. You know, I was having a conversation with my best friend. Shout out to Dana Bonds, great artist.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah, oh,
having a
yeah.
conversation. I was having a conversation with him this morning, and we were literally talking about like, yo, bro, it's crazy because you know I'm feeling like the more I produce, this is my sound, and this is my sound, and so we were having the same conversation last year and the year before that and the year before that. So it's just like a continuous like search for, I guess, what feeds my soul like musically, you know,
Right.
but like yeah, but I feel like where I was able to say like, okay, this is the type of like melodies I'm gonna bring to the table, or this is kind of what I want to talk about. I think that was after the group, because when I
Now,
was
which
in
group? Because we know you were in Mindless Behavior for a minute, but the group before that
yeah, okay, well,
with the two girls.
I'm glad you touched on that.
See? Yeah.
Wow, you know what, my boy, my boy, my boy. Nah, so I would say after Mindless, I was
Okay,
so
after
young.
mine.
I was so young before anything before that. Like when I really look back on it, I'm like, dang, like I was a kid. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, it was just there's no way I would have known what to say. Miss Joni,
I,
that's Dana.
I,
Hey, whoa! Shout out to Dana's mom. She's in here right now. That's my second
Hey,
mom, Miss Joni.
I actually want to talk about the group before Mindless because that's a unique makeup. You and two other females. How did that situation come together?
Well, the way you just said, you just made me sound real cool. I'm just playing. Uh, so
You are cool,
basically,
bro.
I appreciate it. So that we were all like best friends out of Mississippi.
Mhm.
I'm from Mississippi, born and
Yep.
raised. We're getting some more viewers. Shout out to the people that are tuning in. And so that we were like I said, we were young. So anything that was happening was like us having the talent and our parents having the idea slash budget slash plan. Because we knew we wanted to sing and dance. We didn't know,
Right.
hey, we need to get a publicist and we need to get maybe try to find a label and shop this. Like, wait, that's not where our head was. Our head was that we wanted to create, and hopefully somebody would think that we were talented enough to put their money behind us or their time into us or that whole thing.
Got
So that turned into us, our parents, you know, my parents owned like a studio called Percussive Music Media that taught kids how to sing and dance and all that type of stuff.
it. Oh,
So
that's dope.
that's where we would rehearse. And
Right.
we would rehearse, and then we started linking up with this choreographer named Rhapsody James. Shout out to you. She's like an auntie to me. She started putting choreo on us, and there was this artist named Diggy Simmons.
Yeah.
And we were like, we were in the works to like get ready to open up for him on tour, and that was about to be our first tour, which he was opening up for who? Mindless Behavior, which is so weird. Now, but so yeah, so we were practicing to open up for Mindless, and in the meantime, we moved to Atlanta. We started doing stuff in Atlanta. I ended up meeting my manager now. This is all 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Developing an artist named Jacob Lattimore.
Mm.
And shout out to Jake, man. He also had a hand in, I guess, like, you know, I guess an inspiration. You gotta be careful with, you know, young dudes though, because you say inspiration, be like, yeah, my son. Nah, bro. I mean, from the sense of just like, you know, seeing somebody my age doing it, I wanted to do it. Anyway, moving
Right,
past
right,
that,
right.
got the opportunity to open up for him just by rehearsing next to him in the room next to him, and his team and people were seeing what we were doing, and basically were like, yo, you guys should open up for Jacob and that'll be a good fit. So that's kind of what started my career on like a professional level, you know. That
Gotcha.
changed. I was like 11 or yeah, and that went from like, okay, you know, we're a group and we're talented and, you know, we can do some stuff, to like we're booked and blessed, and now people are really seeing us. And then to connect the dots a little bit more, I ended up tearing my meniscus. But before that,
Oh, damn.
I did 106 in Park. You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember 106 in
Yeah,
Park?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I did 106 in Park, and that's what got Mindless to notice me. So then, like, I want to say maybe a week after that, maybe not even a week. That's when I got a call like, hey, you know, Mindless is looking for this, that. And I had to say no because I was in a group. And that was like a year or two before I even joined. So it was a long,
Wow.
yeah, it was a long process. for
So
sure.
so okay. So you said no at first. So what brought it back around?
Me tearing my meniscus.
Wow.
The
Okay.
Lord, He brought it. Because let me tell you, I was when I tore my meniscus, I started to focus more on writing. Like I tell the story all the time, but my big bro Dion, he had like gone. Will I Am and him had the same manager. Will I
Okay.
Am had like left him the keys to his studio for like a month or so, a couple weeks, and so that's basically where we lived because the studio was everything and more. I mean, it's called the Future. Like, just imagine Will I Am his studio, what his studio would be like. Just next level. So during that process, it was the first time I was around people that were like, when you're in a group, especially not a boy band. Like I was in a group before the boy band, and we were young, so like people had a way of like sugarcoating things to us, or like making it sound like people just wanted us to be protected, our emotions, all that.
Right.
But then I got into a level where people stopped caring about our emotions. There was more money involved and different things like that. So it's like my first time being in a studio session where it was really like everybody's being put on the spot. This person's in there laying melodies. If the melodies are weak, we're not using them, type of thing. It was very like, yo, okay, if I don't do this for real, like this is like if you're not serious about this, if you're not a real writer, if you're not really an artist, like this is where you're about to be exposed. That was the
Yeah.
first time I ever been in a situation like that. Yeah, and then when that happened, I was working, and then I got the call again, like, yeah, are you interested? This, and that, and I was like, actually, yeah, like, I'm
Yeah.
super interested. Yeah, super interested. And then after that, we got a call to meet at their crib at the management's house, and that ended up kept getting postponed, kept getting postponed. We were like, you know what? In my head, I was like, this might not be the fit.
Yeah.
And as a kid, like again, at this time, I'm like, I had already gone through so much in the industry, but I was only 15 or so. So as a kid, like my mindset was like, you know what, this is maybe too good to be true. Maybe this is just not the right fit for me. This, and that.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, I ended up getting a call the next day, like, yo, can you pull up today? Can you pull up today? This, and that. So we're like, yeah, of
Wow.
course. Pull up today. Me, my mom. There was a lot of bull crap. I don't know what I can and can't say anything. I'm gonna use the word crap.
Yeah.
That
Go
happened
ahead. Go ahead. Do you?
beforehand that I'm not going to talk about, but just know that there was a lot of shit that was happening that was like kind of messy before that, which
Yeah.
led to everything being cool. And then I ended up joining, and like literally I joined, and then the next day I was like in Miami with the boys, like living there for, however long, working with everybody, man. Like
Yeah.
we had records with, man, like we were working with DJ Mustard, and
Mm.
we had I think a feature with Chris Brown at one point that never got released, and Tyga.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like it was a crazy experience for me. So life. I mean, that day too, we were in the airport. We got chased by TMZ. It was just like that day. I was like, oh snap! Like this is crazy. Like
Yeah.
like it's really happening.
Wow. That's amazing, bro. That was an awesome story. Let's talk about the song that you put out most recently. Love, man. Nice summertime feel.
Yeah.
What was the creative process behind it?
So I had a song called "Light My Fire,"
Okay.
and I'm smiling hard because like that song is fire. Like no pun intended. and like how business goes, and or I don't know if you do, but I assume you do. Oh my God, you definitely do. You're the guy. So how it works.
I
You
know a little
put
something about a little
songs, and
song.
yeah, like people and songwriters and producers, and just because you record it on the track don't mean it's yours, and that type of
That's
thing.
right.
Which is stuff I'm very aware of. But
Right.
in the
Right.
situation that I was in, I just felt a lot of comfort, and I felt a lot of just like there was so many talented people in the room, and the people that made the track were so talented. So it was just a weak moment that I had with myself that was like, all right, like whatever the business is, forget the business. I just want to work with these people,
Right.
which I
Right.
shouldn't have done. So anyway, fast forward, I was about to release that song, and then my manager's like, oh, let's just double check on, make sure the business is straight. I fly out to LA to finish the song, work on the song. Dude is nowhere to be found, not answering his phone, all this craziness, right? So I'm like, no. And this was supposed to be my next single after Chance.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, I keep saying that because every story is like a week long. But yeah, so I'm in the studio and I tell my producer, I'm like, you know, I'm trying to replace the song. I'm not necessarily trying to replace the song, but I want to replace the size of it. Like I felt like that record was a big record. You know what I mean? I feel like Love is a big record. You know, I feel like it's a very powerful record. And so I was just like, you know, and he played me a track. It was just an acoustic guitar or electric guitar. We built around it, and I recorded the first verse and the hook. It was the first verse and like half a hook or something. And then all of the craziness started going on in the world, and we decided to release it as the next single. And then I went in and finished the second verse, and I went, you know, and talked more specifically about what's happening and, you know, trying to keep it inside and all that craziness. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, the song sounds good. It's definitely a summertime vibe. What can we expect from the project that you've been working on?
Oh, man. Good question. I don't know. I'm just playing. Man, expect just 100%, you know, me. Mm-hmm. I put a lot of work into this project. Obviously, I've been working on this project for like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. No.
Okay.
It's a lot. There's like 3 different answers on one. But so, you know, I did a lot of the production. Shout out to my boy Stocks. He executive produced the whole thing. You know, he's worked with Summer Walker, Teddy Riley. Like he's the man, you know. And me and him really just blocked out time together and like spent all of these months together working on just this project. So I would say some real music. And when I say real music, I don't mean like what's on the radio isn't real. I mean like this instrumentation. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Just you know, real instruments and acoustic vibes, some hip hop vibes, some super pop vibes. What's up, Tori?
Definitely look forward to that, man. Got a couple more questions before we wrap it up. What's something that most people wouldn't know about you?
Oh, okay. One thing somebody might not know, I'm allergic to all dairy.
Okay? All dairy.
Now listen, I usually don't say this because maybe somebody might try to plot on me or something like, oh that's
right. Spike your drink with some
milk. Nah, bro. I'm like official with it. Like I take it seriously. I've never had like cheese or ice cream or pizza or anything like that like in my life.
Really?
Yeah, ever. Like not real. Like I've had like non-dairy cheese or cheeseless pizza, but nah, nothing like that. So one thing, yeah, I'm allergic to dairy.
Damn.
My dad is a drummer. Most people don't know this. Have you ever heard of Little Richard?
Yeah, he was a drummer for Little Richard.
He was a drummer for Little Richard, and I used to like think that was like weird to tell people when I was a kid. Cause I was like, nah, they're not gonna think I'm cool because he's cool. Nah, that's fact. He's awesome. 2. I mean 3. Whoa, you just gonna let me out? You had me out here looking crazy. I was like 3. 2? 3. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I am scared of like everything. Like I don't like.
Define everything.
Listen to this. I'm not scared of anything. Let me take that back. I do not like. I really don't like scary movies. Like like you know how people like. I just truly don't like it. I hate scary movies. I hate needles, blood, like anything like that. That's like I'm not that guy. I'm not even gonna pretend.
I don't knock you for the needles because anytime I got to get a shot, I look the other way and I just like tell me when it's over.
That's why I can't get tattoos. Like if I can have tattoos, I promise you. I'm a sex symbol. Okay, I'm a sex symbol. If I can have playing, but if I can have tattoos, I would get them. I want to tie my chest up. You know what I mean? I want to be like Chris Brown out here with his titties out and the tattoos and stuff. You know? But I literally cannot do it. Because of the like thing, I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that, bro. My last question, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. Obviously, 2020 has been a roller coaster of a year. It's been a crazy year, but it's also been a year of self-reflection. Is there anything that you've either learned about yourself or learned about life in general during this time?
Yeah, man. I learned. Here's a small thing that I learned, right? Sometimes like when we have problems with people, or like sometimes we actually just have like a problem with ourselves, you know. And that's in like pretty much every like case that there is, right?
Right.
Whenever you're upset about something and whenever you're mad about something, like that is actually your issue, you know. And that's a very broad thing, but take it for how you take it, and I hope it touched somebody. Another thing is, people are nasty. People are nasty as hell. I'm talking about. I heard a story the other day about a grown man eating his boogers. Okay. Another one is like how much we emphasize washing our hands right now and all that. Like,
right.
Okay, yeah, duh. Wash your hands, bro.
Yeah.
And then what's another thing I learned? I learned that people don't like fact check anything. Like, nobody does. Here's a perfect example. Do you know what the definition of insanity is?
Doing the same thing over and over again.
No, that's not the definition. I've been saying that shit for 5 years, bro. But I didn't fact check it. So whoever told me got me out here looking stupid. The actual definition is, and I quote, not that. That's the definition. So just little things like that. These are all small things, and you know, these are just all funny things that I picked on. And then, you know, just on a serious tip, what I'll take it from this time is that like having the time to ourselves and all this type of stuff. It's
sure.
Like we actually need that.
Yeah.
So we need to take the time to figure out like how to treat ourselves, because then we can treat others how we would like to be treated, and then we don't have issues, you know. I think like, you know, reading and studying, and then whenever you hear about what's happening in the world, really doing your research and really figuring out why it's a problem or why it's actually not a problem or whatever it is, but just really gaining information for yourself, you know, because I feel like the biggest problem I'm having with just anything right now is the fact that, like I said, it goes back to the fact check thing. Like, if someone says something, I've had plenty of conversations where people are telling me things that aren't true, and I'm like, nah, you know, this is actually right. And they're like, oh, really? Okay, cool. It's like, oh, okay, so now you're gonna go say what I said. What if I was wrong? Like, you know what I mean? So sure. I would just say, yeah, man, whatever you hear, just study up on it before you talk it, before you say it. Yeah. And before we get out of here, I just want to say, what's up, winter time, shawty? I see you. Melanie Wilking, I see you. Mike is making me dying with laughter. That's right, except we don't like to die. We're not about that. Like, but laugh, yes. Don't die. Hold on. Man. I just want to acknowledge. Diamond, what's up? I see you. Mike, you so mean. MB_forever. How am I mean? All right, I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
I see in your bio that you're head of music for Pandora.
Head of hip hop, yes.
Hip hop, man. I didn't really have a question. Or I just wanted to acknowledge that, because a lot of people are on here, they don't know who you are. I think it's a big deal. And I think that's really dope, and that's huge. So
I appreciate that, man. I try to always pin it to the bottom, but you know, sometimes people don't read it or whatnot. But thank you, man. You know,
I say that.
Yeah. But I try to, you know, do conversations like this. One, to have, you know, connect with the artists, and two, it helps me learn more about artists that I might not know about and stuff, or I've heard stuff about, you know what I mean, and establish those relationships. So, and I started doing these conversations during the pandemic, during the quarantine. It's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing.
Awesome,
I've connected with a lot of people.
I appreciate you talking to me, man.
Nah, of course, bro. I was gonna say, once things open up safely, I'm located in Atlanta. We got a Pandora office in Atlanta. You're more than welcome to come through.
Dope. I'm there, man. I'm there.
I'll
be there. Yes, sir. Well,
appreciate it, man. Let's stay connected. Keep me posted on the project and everything you got coming out. And for real, be safe out there.
Thank you. Last but not least, man, click the link in my bio. Everybody that's watching, click the link in my bio. You can go to anything, anywhere, stream my music, go to my website, get the merch, all that good stuff. I appreciate you for having me. Again, much love. Happy quarantine, depending on where you are. All right.
No doubt, bro. Be safe.
Take it easy.
Later.